Good morning, evening, or afternoon, or wherever you may be. This is Dr. Daniel Jude, and I am going to be recording the lab for Social Work 204, our online editions. And what I want to do is kind of show you for this lab. This lab has no submission requirement, is what I want to say. It's just to kind of walk you through how to design a survey. And the way we design a survey is as follows: is you got to have a problem statement, which is your hypothesis, okay? And what this problem statement and hypothesis is in this case, this student, I helped a student with their survey today, so I'm going to show you how their survey went. And their problem statement was students get more than 6 hours sleep to have a higher GPA. It's not really a problem statement. It's just a hypothesis statement, which is just as good. So when you're doing a survey, the first thing you need to do is learn about the people you're surveying. So the first thing we need to do is we need to design questions around identifying who the people are that are answering the survey. In this case, we're most interested in what university does this student attend, because of course we're talking about students. So we need to get what university you're from. So they would A University will be Bellarmine, Spalding, Sullivan, so on and so forth. Did not attend university is you must have that for that if you want to do that, in case someone didn't actually go to college that somehow got a hold of the survey. After that, you can ask about their major. Again, you got other and did not attend university to cover everything, but nursing, social work, pre-med, psychology, biomedical engineering. Then we kind of learn about how old the people are. So 17 or younger, 18 through 20, 21 through 23, or 24 and older. Now, I want you to notice that there are no overlaps here. We start at 17, then we go to 18 to 20. The next one is 21. It does not start at 20. Again, it does not start at 20. So make sure that you're not overlapping your answers here, okay? And then 24 or older, which will include the 17 or younger category and the 24 or older category. Make sure that everyone's included. What gender? You can put the genders down and then have an other to represent everything else. What race? Black, white, Asian, other. You can put in what races you want. This is just an example question. You don't have to just these 4 races. You can add more. And now we have the 5 questions for learning what the students are, right? So we now know what university they attend, what their major are, how old the student is, what gender, and what race. Okay. So now we can get down to, on average, how many hours of sleep do you get? Now this goes to the problem statement here. We're looking for how many sleep hours a student gets. Okay. So we're looking at how many sleep hours a student gets. This question exactly answers that. On average, how many hours of sleep do you get? The survey respondent would answer 3 or less, 4 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 or more. Once again, notice that the categories do not overlap. Okay, this is called mutual exclusivity. And so they would answer this question. The next question is more about their sleep. What time do they go to sleep? Or what time do they sleep? Morning, afternoon, evening, late night. Kind of covers everything on that. And then they would rate the quality of their sleep. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to, this is ordinal. This is an ordinal scaling would cover your ordinal questions. This is nominal or categorical. Okay, so that covers the nominal. This covers the ordinal, and this will cover the interval ratio. But so we have the what time do they sleep on. So this is 3 questions on their sleep quality. Okay. So now we have sleep, and then finally we have to cover the GPA question. So let's go down here and take a look at GPAs. We have what is your cumulative GPA? And they list GPAs. And then how many hours do you study daily? Okay, and then you can kind of put the answers out as that goes. Now the assignment says to do 15 questions, right? But at the end of the day, you're going to have 10 to submit, but I want 15. This kind of shows you how to do this in a real quick manner. So this kind of covers the survey assignment. Now, for the secondary data part, what we're going to do for secondary data is, this is part of your assignment too. I'm going to post this assignment with the lab, so pay attention to this. Is secondary data is data that already exists. So when you're taking survey data, it's primary data, meaning excuse me. Primary data is data you collect yourself, so you create that data, and the secondary data already exists. So if we go to the CDC or unemployment or whatever you want to do, okay? So we go to CDC, and then we're going to check out the CDC and see what kind of data they have, okay? And you can see here all kinds of interesting data for the CDC, injury and violence, smoking, tobacco use, vaccination data, pregnancy data, chronic diseases. Another place you can go check for data is what you call census. So we can go to the census. So we can go to the Census Bureau and click on the data tab here. And this will give you profiles of the United States. Kind of gives you the income and poverty, the education, health. So if you want to know like data on states, this is where you'd want to go. So let's say that you want Kentucky data. We're going to go to Kentucky. Click on Kentucky down here. And we get our Kentucky data. Okay. So that covers your secondary data. So your secondary data homework will be posted. And then that kind of concludes the lab. It's a real short and dirty one today. Like I said, it wasn't too much for this week. And then I will see you around.